Hello cake lovers, beautiful people. Today we're learning how to make the perfect classic vanilla cake. Buttery, soft, not too sweet, and absolutely amazing. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I make my classic vanilla cake recipe. So let's get right to baking. Don't go nowhere. Now let's get right to baking and measuring all our ingredients. We're making a classic vanilla cake, so we're going to be measuring in our flour here. But let's start measuring our flour. We need 300 grams. I use all-purpose flour. You can use, depending on your location, you can just use any good cake flour. All-purpose flour works perfect. So let's start by measuring our flour in. I will be going with 300 grams of flour, 300 grams of flour, and we have 300 grams of flour. I'm going to be adding my rising agent, which is the baking powder. If you are using self-rising flour, you do not need to add the baking powder. So I'm going to be adding half tablespoon of baking powder into that, my dry ingredient. Half tablespoon of this. Let me seal it in, although there are no lumps in this, but just seal it in. Half tablespoon, done. I'm going to be adding my salt, half teaspoon of salt, because for this recipe we're going to be using butter, unsalted butter. So I like to have control of the butter in my recipe. So we're going with a half teaspoon of control of salt. I like to have control of the salt in my recipe. So that has been measured. So we're going to be measuring our butter. Here I have any good brand of unsalted butter, works perfect. I'm using this brand here. But if you would like to alternate to not use this and use margarine, this recipe works really, really nice with margarine too. But I like to use butter because I have different viewers from different countries. So butter is perfect. So we're going to be measuring our butter. 250 grams of butter. This is 200 here. 50 grams of butter. Almost there. Vanilla cake is one of my favorite cake recipes. My favorite, even as a baker. No false, just absolutely amazing. But my all-time favorite cake recipe is the fruit cake. I love a really good fruit cake, and I'll be sharing that soon on this channel. So just subscribe, turn on the post notification, because you'll be learning so much. So we have 250 grams of this, and we're going in with sugar. 225 grams of sugar. 225 grams of sugar. I'm going to be adding my sugar to this since I'll be mixing them together. 2 to 5 grams. Oh, that's too much. Now we have 2 to 5. 2 to 5 grams of sugar. So we're going to be measuring our buttermilk. If you're in a country where you can just buy your buttermilk from the store, just measure straight and you're fine. But yeah, I'm just going to be working with my milk. Then I'll be adding half tablespoon of um, vinegar to the buttermilk so it can curdle. Now I'm adding my vinegar, half tablespoon of vinegar, and it goes. I'm going to set it aside. My vinegar is ready. I'm going to be setting it aside for about 5 minutes. So while that is aside, let's go to mixing. I have 5 eggs here, but I'm going to have to mix this a bit before I go in with my eggs. You can also use your stand mixer. I'm doing this so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm using my hand mixer so you can see what I am doing. I've been mixing for about 10 minutes now, about 8 minutes. I'm just going to scrape my bowl, size of my bowl, and give it a good mix. And I forgot to mention this earlier, you don't want to use frozen butter. Use your butter that's pressable. Let it be pressable, not cold frozen. So you probably, if you keep your butter in your freezer, you can bring it out some hours before you're ready to bake. So use it at room temperature, pressable. This is what you want. So let's continue mixing this. We're going to give it a quick mix. I'm going to be adding my eggs in batches, one after the other. So let's go with the first one. I'm breaking it one after the other this way in case there's any bad egg. I don't just break it into my meat and waste my butter, which is expensive. Now I'm going to start alternating between my flour mix and my buttermilk. Please do not overmix once you start adding your flour, please do not overmix. Take your mixer to the lowest speed available. Just because I do not want to overmix, I'm going to finish this off with my spatula. I can just fold in my last batter. Ensure that you're not over mixing, and you can also do this with your stand mixer. So finally, we're going to be going in with our vanilla extract. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract or any flavor of your choice. Just a little. Because I love vanilla. I had vanilla in almost all my cake recipes. So I'll fold in my vanilla. It's time to now pour it in our pans. I have my pre-lined 8 inches pan. This has been pre-lined with parchment paper. So you can also line your pan or you just grease it with the butter and flour. So we'll get that all in. Now we get that all in. Come over. Our vanilla cake is ready in the pan, and you know what time it is? It is oven time. I'm going to be baking this at 130 degrees Celsius for 1 hour. So your oven determines your baking time. It might be slightly more or less, depending on your oven time. So I'll be back once our cake is ready. Da, 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 da. Our vanilla cake is ready, and it's time to review. So let's flip it over. Ooh, that came out very easily. Let's flip it over and see. Look at our vanilla cake. And there you have it. Our classic vanilla cake is ready, and it looks really good. Let's cut our cake and see what the texture inside looks like. Review time. I don't want to cut it fully. Ooh, okay. Ooh. I want to try it. There's nothing like eating very hot cake. And this is hot. It is so delicious, so good. So this is what it looks like. Absolutely amazing. I hope you found this. I know you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like. If you have any question, please drop a comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Please turn on your post notifications too. I can't wait to see you and to share my amazing recipes, baking tips, hacks, and more. Bye bye from your favorite baker.